Hello, nice to meet you all. I am the Diamond Master Kim Soo Jung. I am the Diamond Master Jung Yun Suk. I am the Diamond Master Song Seung Ah. Yes, I do remember. The main reason I started with Atomy is that my daughter is now majoring in an instrument. I have a daughter. She is currently a student at a music high school majoring in violin. I remember that during that time, I didn't have the time or financial means to support her, and I recall getting emotional while talking about my parents.
Right now, what I can offer is so small that I can only give about 500,000 won as pocket money each month. But when I first wrote my life scenario, I wondered if it was really possible for me.
I wondered, can I really do it? And I felt a resonance within my heart.
I have a son. Without discussing any details about the business, I ended up inviting him to Ilsan Kintex.
I invited them because I was worried they might give up on this great business. And my child saw the vision of the Atomy business as a global opportunity and said, "This is something I need to do, not just my mom." This became a significant turning point for seeing a truly big vision.
I feel like I have achieved quite a bit. So, when I had a concert recently, I was following around from morning to evening, playing the role of a manager, and I think it was Atomy that helped me fulfill that bucket list. A while ago, my dad had back surgery, and the hospital bills were quite high.
It seems that I have gained the financial comfort to be able to cover those hospital expenses.
It truly feels reassuring that my son, who shares the same dreams and is looking in the same direction, has become my partner and supporter. I didn't realize how comforting this could be. My daughter dreams of being a wonderful performer who can serve others, and my husband envisions working as a great interpreter while doing business globally. We are dreaming of becoming a whole family Atomy delegation.
If permitted, I will engage in many acts of sharing. I would like to take on the work of the missionary organization.
Our ultimate aspiration is to evolve into motivational experts who possess the ability to inspire and instill dreams and hope in individuals across the globe, particularly those who find themselves living without a sense of purpose or direction. We firmly believe that success is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. It is my sincere hope that every member of the Atomy family will take the time to carefully craft their own life scenarios, nurturing and cultivating their dreams with dedication and passion. I am Shin Min Jun, a person who embodies the ideal qualities for thriving in the Atomy business. And I am Sharnos Maska. Together, we are committed to guiding and supporting you on your journey to success, ensuring that you have the tools and motivation needed to achieve. Let us embark on this journey together, with determination and a shared vision for a brighter future.
Nice to meet you. Before learning about Atomy, I worked as a Chinese tour guide in South Korea. There was a time when I was doing well and even got my spouse involved, making my own efforts to work hard. Shopping was always my biggest weakness when I was guiding. Since I have a kind heart and am somewhat good looking, I found it hard to resist shopping. So, I decided to clear my mind and work hard on site. When I go to the construction site, I carry around 40 kilos, thinking my child will be fine. But as a human, it turns out to be too much. Many supporters also succeeded after overcoming similar hardships. So even though my back hurt and my body was in pain, I always seemed to have a smile on my face. I had confidence because I had already guided before. I was going to go and persuade them. I was going to go and explain the business. While I was running around, I hurt my back, and during that time of rest, I watched a lot of YouTube and reassessed my direction. This is about Atomy, which is not about individual abilities, but rather about utilizing the system. So from that point on, I started to reassess my direction and began inviting friends and acquaintances to the one-day success event in Jongno. My current health issue is fixing my herniated disc, and I will be challenging myself to become a car dealer. from September of this year until the end of the year. I will speak accurately and take on challenges in front of many people, and I will work hard to become a successful auto dealer by the end of the year. Now, I have become much more involved in the auto sales business than I was back then, and as a director, as you know, memberships have been established on both sides. I truly feel that I am not alone anymore, and of course, I have more responsibility now. I want to play a guiding role so that more people can understand Atomy, like I do, and proceed with confidence. In the past, I was a Chinese guide, and now I want to be an Atomy guide. This year's most urgent goal is to join the Leaders Club. And during the Chinese Zoom meetings, there are usually about 50 to 80 participants. My goal for this year is to have 200 new members joining every week by the end of the year. And since we are men, we have our dreams, right? My own car, a Rolls Royce, an SUV, in white. So when I go to Gangnam in Seoul, I see them in the stores. So I will visit the manager and come to buy this car in 2024. I noticed that there is a black Rolls Royce in front of the store, not a white one. Therefore, I will find the manager, take a test drive, leave my contact information, and ask for a moment of patience. I will buy it in 2024. I will definitely buy it. I have to buy it. And in September of the following year, I will purchase a 2-story house in Haeundae, Busan. At that time, I will really become part of Atomy. Shin Min-jun has done it. So, while I was preparing for the meeting, I told the whole world and my wife, just believe in me a little. I will definitely go to Incheon through Atomy, and the Rolls Royce will be mine. I will become a man who earns 100 million won a month. Atomy actually lacks both the necessary capital and ability. The only thing it has is one thing, desperation. I hope that you have evolved that earnest and vivid dream of yours. If you hold tightly to this tool called Atomy and share it with those around you, while working hard, anyone can succeed. I would be grateful if this could be an opportunity for you to learn more about Atomy once again. How are you feeling today?
I often do interviews, but I still feel a bit nervous. I've lived a life full of ups and downs, enough to write about 3 books. I've done everything. Ran a clothing store, operated a specialty food shop, sold books, installed programs in flower shops, and my last job was in insurance. For nearly 15 years, I worked tirelessly, without a break, but my debts kept piling up. To cover them, I took out loans and juggled credit cards, living a truly dreadful life that I didn't even want to think about. However, during a health checkup, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. So I had surgery and treatment, and I took about 6 months off. Since it was very physically demanding, for me to go back to work, the team leader of our insurance company recommended that I join a meeting. So I had that meeting, and after attending that meeting, I received a lot of help. Why isn't my family getting better? What could possibly be the reason? These thoughts led me to start reading books. I read a lot of books and tried to live according to what was written in them, putting in a tremendous amount of effort, but I just couldn't live that way. So, after 2 months, I threw the book away. I went to a seminar, and the chairman was saying things that were completely opposite to that book. Listening to the chairman's words, I felt a strong conviction that if I live according to what he said, I too can lead such a life. So I wrote that life scenario, and it feels like it could really happen. Is it going to come true? Because of that feeling, I was so excited that I couldn't sleep. and ended up writing it all down until dawn. Acceleration response. What are you doing now? I found and listened carefully to the video of Chairman Park Han-gil. After hearing about the excellence and potential of the products, I thought that there is indeed potential in the long term. In a way, my life has truly changed significantly before and after meeting Atomy. Living a very proactive life through Atomy and being recognized by many people makes me feel very beautiful indeed. Many people write down vague wishes, but it is essential to write a life scenario very specifically. For example, in a few years, when and what car I drove. I used to drive an SM3 manual. Indeed, it is important to be specific. In the year 3, I will buy an SM5 for 30 million won. And in 2015, I will buy a Genesis, 80 million won. And ultimately, by the year 2025, I plan to buy a Benz S-Class. I set it at 160 million won. However, after doing the Atomy business for 2 years, I switched to a Genesis. Last year, I purchased a Volvo sedan, S90. At that time, we were living in a 20 pyong to 26 pyong apartment on a monthly rent. But I plan to move to a 30 pyong apartment in 2013. Then, in 2015, I will move to a 40 pyong apartment. And ultimately, by 2023, I plan to buy a country house on 200 pyong of land with a building area of about 60 pyong. I had written this down. In 2019, the year before last, we bought a country house, and as I lived there, I remembered my life scenario. Our house is exactly on 200 pyong of land with a building area of about 60 pyong. It really gave me chills. I go to the hospital for checkups every 6 months due to thyroid cancer. During the blood test, they said that the cancer markers, liver function, and diabetes levels were all clean. So I am currently in a state of almost complete recovery from cancer and am very healthy. Also, there is something that I actually dislike the most, and that is exercising. Recently, I started exercising. I began doing yoga and Pilates. I now take care of my health by doing yoga 1 day a week and Pilates another day. I actually don't cry very often. However, when my son was leaving for studying abroad, I found myself bursting into tears as I was leaving the airport after saying goodbye to him. And that evening, when I came home and looked at the album of our children growing up, I really cried. I had to leave my second child to work since they were 8 months old, and I really haven't done anything for them. I had entrusted my child to the school and the academy, and I never directly raised him. But seeing how well he has grown makes me feel truly grateful. I am truly grateful that I can provide strong support to that child who wants to study in the United States. Meeting Atomy has allowed my child to pursue the studies they desire, and I believe this is one of the most fulfilling aspects of achieving my life scenario. I will continue to engage in the Atomy business because I have accomplished my goals through my life scenario. And many partner business owners are also continuing on their paths to achieve the lives they desire through Atomy. To be a strong support for them, I will guide them as well. Since I have personally experienced and achieved everything myself, I feel I can approach my partner photos with authenticity. Just as I stood and realized my life scenario, I am confident that many others can also achieve their own life scenario. For me, the life scenario is